Shelley Rome here with Z100 with somebody really cool.
Hey.
Who I'm really enjoying chatting with. Hi, Jax Jones.
I'm very well, thank you. How you doing, Shelley?
Fantastic. Oh, so we got. You were just talking about like tea and stuff. And,
Yeah.
And how tea is like a big thing in London, but not anymore.
Tea's still a big thing.
Still big in London.
Coffee's kind of taken over.
Okay.
You can kind of find Starbucks everywhere.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, was that weird when Starbucks started like invading the UK?
No, I was down. Like, I remember when I was going to school, like, if you got Starbucks over like some of the other brands, you're like a baller.
Oh, really?
So like,
yes.
I used to cop the Starbucks, get on the bus, and then look at the fly girls on the way to school, like, yeah. Got my Starbucks and that.
I can afford a Starbucks. I'm balling right now.
We out here.
That's hilarious. That's so funny.
But now it's changed. It's like coffee workshop or something.
Oh yeah,
like,
the
cool.
boutique coffee.
Yeah,
I walk around with you walk around here, even in New York City, with like a brand of coffee that you don't recognize. It's like, oh, where do you hang out? You're cool. Like there's a grumpy cafe here, and it's like, oh, okay, you're like something that we don't.
Fair enough.
Funny.
I'm staying in Brooklyn, opposite the Brooklyn Bowl.
Yes.
And it feels a bit like that round there.
Very like you're like it's cool, but like you're like somewhere exclusive.
A little bit.
Yeah.
And like we got this thing yesterday called deviled eggs. Have you ever heard of that?
Of course.
And it sounds like the most Techers egg ever, like where they unearth the yolk, put some curry spice in there. I was like, it's a boiled egg.
Essentially, yes.
Yeah.
But we have to give it a fancy name. That's so funny.
Deviled eggs.
You guys don't have deviled eggs in the UK?
I mean, not that I've encountered,
like,
no.
Wow.
I don't really like boiled eggs though, that's the thing. Like,
okay.
like cold ones.
Yes.
Like I'd have a hot one, but cold eggs, a bit like...
Wait, so what, is there anything else in the United States that like you enjoy, or that sort of we have that surprised you that you guys don't have there? Like anything else that's like foreign to you?
Well, a lot of you guys, the most popular stuff is becoming more available because we're having there's like American sweet shops now in London, like just selling all you guys dope stuff like Hershey's and all that. And I love Hershey's because it says like only 200 cal. I'm like, ooh, this must be mad healthy.
Wrong.
I know. It tastes so good. And then there's and then there's this place called the Breakfast Club that the NY show.
Yes, I love that you know that.
I watched the interviews. Yeah. There's where they do like the American breakfast. It's my favorite American breakfast, probably. When you get pancakes and then the sausage and the eggs. Oh, yes. I mean, it's amazing. Like
we're such fat asses here. Yeah. Oh my God. So wait, so you guys don't actually have like pancakes in the UK? That's interesting.
It's not like readily available. You have to go somewhere to have it. That's
good. So okay, so now one thing that we need to know about in the UK that like is like so bomb that we need to have here. Something that like it's foreign to us. Something, I don't know, anything. Yeah. Like what's one thing?
One thing that we have that you guys need here.
It's like wake up America.
You need more chicken shops.
Okay.
Yeah. Like we have a bit of a culture in the UK of, it's not like KFC, it's like lower denominations. And
lower than KFC.
Yeah. So it would be like, and it's usually something like PFC, which stands for something like perfect fried chicken. And they're just everywhere, like Starbucks. How like they took over, like PFC was there before, and what we used to measure it by the most incredible offers you can get. So it would be like, oh man, I can get 8 wings and chips for like £1. This is amazing. Like until you cottoned on, like, okay, I'm gonna kill myself if I eat too much of this. So like it's a bit like that, but you guys need more of that here.
More of that stuff, okay.
There's actually a guy from the UK called, I don't know his name, but his series is called The Pengist Munch.
Okay.
And peng means when something's like nice.
Yes.
So you could say, oh, that girl's peng, like she looks nice.
Okay.
Or this food's peng.
Got it.
So he says The Pengist Munch. And this guy goes around reviewing chicken shops.
Shut up, dude.
Like on a very technical level.
It's a chicken culture, huh?
This dude's got like millions of plays on YouTube.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Dude, that's insane. Wait, before we get into the music, because we're getting there, speaking of millions of I was looking, do you know that pimples are really like all the rage online?
Pimples?
Do you know, you were just saying that people have millions of views.
Yeah.
Do you know there's actually an Instagram page like Mr. Pimple, and all he does is like showcase pictures and videos of like
people popping pimples.
And
I haven't seen the page, but I've watched some of the darkest pimple videos.
Bizarre.
Yeah,
it's bizarre.
Have you seen when people pop the animal bites?
No. to see that.
It's strangely like satisfying, but at the same time, you're like,
it's weird. Yeah, you're right though, because like when you have like a little, and then you're like, oh, that felt like nice. It's bizarre.
My missus actually goes out of her way to like get rid of my blackheads and pimples, and it's like bonding time. Like, oh,
no.
Yeah,
he can do his own. You can pop your own. I don't want to have any. I don't want to be anywhere near your blackheads.
Fair enough.
Oh my god. So Jax Jones, you're kind of popping. You see what I did there? Popping.
Oh, link of the year.
I didn't even.
Someone give this girl a job. Like, she's killing it. Hey.
I mean, you're kind of like invading the United States, like hardcore.
In the US.
Yeah, you're disturbing us.
Try my best.
Congratulations on the song. I mean, it's so fun and it's so cool.
Thank you, man.
Let's just talk about your European tour, right? Because is this your first headlining tour
in Europe? Yeah. Like I do like loads of like student nights and stuff like that. But this would be my first like hard ticketed people come because they like what I do and come listen. It'll be the first time I kind of roll out my live setup live on stage, because I do this. Jax Jones means in the UK is a slang for doing something on your own.
Gotcha.
And my whole live show that I want to do is where I kind of break down the track live, do it all myself, playing bass and playing the guitar and keys, and invite singers to come along, but no bands, just me. And it'll be the first time I do it next month.
So you haven't kicked it off yet?
I've just done it like for like radio stuff, you know, when you go in and do like live sessions. I've done it there, but I haven't. This will be the first time I do it live.
Dude, wait, like that's insane. I mean, like, did you think, so when you were recording the song, you don't know me obviously, like, did you think that this was going to be something where you're like, oh my gosh, like I have something, this is what's going to pop, like this is what's going to connect?
I definitely, like, the only way I gauge my music is if I like the song.
Yeah.
I remember Drake said one time when he was doing like the Views album, and like, you know, Drake, he hasn't really put out a bad record. So I was like, let me listen to what Drake's got to say. And Drake's like, he makes a song, and if he's like banging it in his car for the next like week, he knows it's a good song. And that was similar with You Don't Know Me. Like, we hooked up with Ray, had some sushi, drank some G&Ts and made the track like super simple, and I just like in love with it. And then I put the Booker Shade bass line, it's like where the bass line comes from in the record afterwards, and it just felt great. And I was like, oh my god, I'm kind of addicted to this, and it's jumped.
It is addicting. It's like like, you know, I mean, okay, I won't do that, but it's just, you just want to like sing it like over, you hear it once and it just feels good, you know.
Remember I played it in the club the first time, and people knew it like it was like the second chorus. I heard going
stop. Is that so bizarre for like somebody, for you just to see people singing back something that you created?
It's the closest I'm gonna get to like Coldplay life, you know. Just like,
wait, no, you'll get there.
No, you know?
Dude, that's so incredible.
Thank you.
So are we getting an album for you, or how does this work? You just ride the wave of...
I'm gonna ride the wave. Okay. Like, I want to definitely drop an album maybe towards the end of the year. Cool. Like, just because I think it's important for people, not that albums are as important as they used to be, but I just think it's important for people that are getting into you to see a body of work. So when they come to your show, it's 90% your music. Like, it's important to me. But you're gonna get another single like after this, just like more fire, like kind of feel good dance music, man.
Dude, like, who are you working with? Like, give us something. Like, who's I don't know, who is your dream? Who do you want to work with? If you had a wish list, because now that you're popping, like now that you have a song that everyone's loving, you know, a lot of people are going to want to work with you.
It's like, well,
that's how it works.
I feel like we've managed to achieve something by having a song that's popping without having the biggest well-known brand singer on it. I kind of like that. Like, I feel like it's one of those things, like, you know, when you get your first car, you know, you start small. And, you know, you need to have somewhere to go before you get to the Bugatti. You know?
Because then you don't appreciate it. If your first car is like a Porsche Cayenne,
you're just like, I mean, I do love that car, actually. But, so I kind of want to continue that a bit longer. Find new people that are super talented that need more love. You know, there was a Sam Smith before he was Sam Smith on a Disclosure record, and all those kind of treads. I want to kind of follow that for a bit longer.
I love that. That's awesome. And that just, I think, speaks to your talent, that you can create a dope track that people are feeling, and you don't need the draw of like the huge, you know, celebrity singer. That's great.
It's people supporting it like yourself, man.
Yeah. Listen, you just keep riding this wave, man, and we'll just keep dancing to your song because
Yeah.
it's so good. And anything else you have coming up in the next couple weeks or months, or you're on tour?
I'm on tour. I'm out playing the US at the moment. I'm playing.
You're in Brooklyn tonight.
I'm in Brooklyn tonight for Output.
Is this your first time performing in New York City?
Yeah.
Woo! Are you ready? Are you ready for like the real time response?
Because I'm mad nervous.
Okay, let me. I'm a
Everyone's
Brooklyn
like
girl.
proper cool here. Like,
we're like we keep it too cool sometimes, you know. Like, so the people will let you know exactly how they're feeling about you in the moment.
Oh my days! But I mean, so far it's been cool. I did like San Diego and then Miami Music Week, and like the reception was mad.
Nice.
Like, so I'm hoping it's the same.
I'm sure it will be. I'm sure
the way
it'll be
I DJ
incredible.
is just a party, and like you can't help but get into a vibe when I'm playing. Like, so it's hopefully.
I'm sure it'll be fantastic.
Thank you.
Wait, really quickly, who are some of the DJs that you sort of get inspiration from, though? Like who? Because I feel like the DJ's the star these days. You know, like the DJ and the producer are like, there's before he was like a singer or a rapper. Now the DJ is like, I mean, who are?
It's like a wide spectrum. Like, for me, I love just going on like internet wells and just finding music and just like bookmarking. But like, to give you a spectrum, it's like everyone from kind of the old French house stuff from like Ed Banger World and you know, from Daft Punk and that kind of filtered disco stuff to like kind of more underground house like Sheba San and these kind of people, and then you know, even poppier people like Diplo, Skrillex, these from their work ethic to the kind of the product that they make is I just love it, man, and you can't help but love their music, man. Absolutely. So it's amazing.
Diplo's like big on Snapchat. Are you like a big social media guy?
He's who I aspire to be on social. To be fair, it's like
he's literally just all he does is like film himself in different filters, and you're like, why is this so interesting? Why do I care? Right?
No, my new thing is I love doing videos on Instagram stories and like adding like some emoji but it like interacts with the video. So like
spinning, it's to sort of change the game.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It took it
just
to a new
like
level.
Cigarette flying into my mouth, or like, you know, some bird flying into my ear or something. That's like I'm just like amusing myself. Like
the fact that we're so entertained by this is ridiculous.
It's amazing, right?
Thank you for coming by.
Thanks for having me,
Have an amazing
Shelley.
show tonight in Brooklyn. I'm sure it's going to be fantastic. I'm sure Brooklyn is going to show you so much love.
Big up Brooklyn.
Yeah, shout out to Brooklyn. And shout out to you, Jax Jones.
Thank you for
congrats
having
on
me.
the song.
Cheers.
You don't know me. It's just blowing up, getting bigger and bigger.
We out here.
You're doing it. I mean, you're living the dream at this moment. So thank you for coming by.
Thank you very much.
Yay!